Man, Brian, it's been tough. A whole year we haven't had any comic conventions.
Well, Mark, I have news for you, buddy.
I mean, how do you get rid of all that stuff that's behind you? You got tons of stuff.
Hold on. I got big news. Big news.
All right. What do you got?
East of the River Comic Book and Collectibles Show is returning.
Oh, man.
June 27th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It's only $1 to get in. And they're going to be doing early bird at 8 a.m. for $3. This is like huge. We're coming back.
It's huge.
Yeah, but the craziest thing is this is going to be one of the biggest locations ever, the safest locations ever. Sports on 66. It's an indoor sports facility, so everybody has plenty of space.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that place. It has like a soccer field. It has a basketball court.
Yeah.
There's going to be tons of space in there.
It's in East Hampton, Connecticut. We have flyers online. There's a Facebook page, an event page. You just type in East of the River Comic Book and Collectibles Show. You'll see it. Join it. It has all the information, all the updates from Scott Pellin. And he's actually looking for vendors right now.
And he's going to have a lot of space for vendors, so get in there now if you got a chance.
Yes. So if you are interested in being a vendor or interested in going to the show, find us on Facebook at East of the River Comic Book Collectibles Show. Message Scott, and hopefully he'll get you a space. We'll keep everybody posted here weekly about how everything's going, and we hope to see you at the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the post-Easter edition of Geekonomics. Everyone had a great holiday weekend. Was able to get out and do something, and the weather was beautiful. So if you're able to get outside, it's Geekonomics. We're back. How you doing, Brian? How was your weekend and week?
Well, I'm doing good, Mark.
All right.
I
can't help but fall into that every time.
Right into the old radio.
I can't help
voice.
myself. It's like a thing.
I know, it is a thing. Like, we were talking to each other like normal goofballs right before you hit record, and all of a sudden we're like, hey! Oh.
You don't even know you're doing it. It's like you're just like, when you're introing, you just automatically just fall into, hey, everyone, welcome back. We're here.
Weekend was beautiful. Mark, I want to say you're doing an awesome job with your walking. You hit 2 miles yesterday, right?
I did. I broke the 2 mile barrier. I hit 2.2. So.
Now, what app are you using that tracks your when you post it on Facebook? What is
on my on the Samsung phones? They have a app that's embedded in the phone called Samsung Health.
Okay,
and it's got a has that thing on there where you can like just hit walk or hit any kind of like run, walk, bicycle, and then you just hit the thing and you just tell how long you want to go, and it just keeps track of you.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Keeps track of your steps and everything for you too. So
yeah, honestly, like I always try to walk every day, but when I see your post, it does motivate me on some days where I'm not feeling it. Yeah, and I'm like, well, if Mark can do it, I got to do it. So I thank you.
The fat kid can do it. I can do it.
No, I'm just saying, like, when sometimes it's cold, and I'm like, oh, it's too cold.
Yeah, there was a couple of days end of last week that were.
Yeah, I did it too. I bundled up.
Saturday was the worst. Saturday I went out and I was like, I'm gonna get at least a little bit in. I got like 4/10 a mile, like up the street and back down. And I'm like, nope, calling it. Too cold. Going inside.
It's weird because the winter time I can do a walk. I'm wearing my heavy jacket, gloves, and a hat. But this time of year, when it gets really warm, and then we have like a weird cold day, it cuts right through me, and I don't even want to be out there. I hear you. It's horrible.
Yeah. So. No, thank you.
Yeah, but keep it up, Mark. It's good. It's good. Even when you go back to work, I take my walk during my lunch break. I actually walk to get lunch.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll continue when you get to work, when you actually go back to the office.
Yeah, well, it'll be nice there too because there's that nice little square to walk around. So
exactly, it's perfect.
That'll be easy.
So today's show we have episode 3 of the Winter Soldier and the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
But a lot of stuff did happen this week. We both watched Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yes, we did.
Let's save that right before we get into Winter Soldier then, because we both watched it. We'll give our review together.
We got another like a Green Band Suicide Squad trailer.
We did, and we also got another Loki trailer today.
Yeah, and we got a Black Widow trailer over the weekend.
I don't want to watch any of these new trailers
with new footage, so it's better than it's good though. I was like, man, this is so much better than Wonder Woman, where they just like turned around and just gave you the same exact trailer again.
I'm gonna hold out and not watch these because I'm waiting because we're so close to release.
Yeah,
I'm hoping, honestly. I say this now, but now that a lot of us are on track of getting our first shot, thank you, Mark, for helping us out. We are very close that maybe we could see Black Widow in the theater.
I'm thinking Black Widow is going to be my first theater trip.
Me too.
July 9th. It's far enough out. I should be good to go.
Yeah. And honestly, like
we have to travel for a movie theater by then, but
well, Springfield's still open.
West Springfield. We
can go to West Springfield. Enfield might be open by then because they're not closed forever. They're just closed until the box office.
There's movies.
Yeah, there's movies to show. And honestly, I much rather, like I said, pay $12, $15 to see Black Widow in the theater than pay $30 to watch on my home TV. Like $30.
Yeah.
Half of that I can see the big screen.
Yeah.
And I miss the theater so much. I will feel so much better having a vaccine in my body.
Yeah.
So let's shoot for that. Let's shoot that Black Widow could be the first movie we see together.
I went to my first live sporting event over the weekend.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was good. The Western Mass Zombies started their home season on Saturday, and they won against the Plaistow Shockers out of New Hampshire. Plaistow, New Hampshire. The Shockers is their name.
I'm not going to make any comment on that. Shockers.
A new league for the Zombies. They're now in the East Coast Basketball League.
So did they give the Shocker to the Zombies?
No, because they lost. So
they got a reverse shocker.
They got reverse shockered. But our friend Bill owns the team out of the Zombie Hideout. Yeah. So I'm the video guy for them. So
are they being recorded?
Yeah, I live streamed them with my phone because I have the new camera that we got, our new streaming camera at the studio.
Yeah.
But I still hadn't totally figured it out yet. And I was like an inch away from figuring it out basically. And that just ran out of time. But when I got home from the game, I figured it all out. And let me tell you, April 17th, stay tuned. YouTube Live is going to be pretty good. I got it pretty well figured out. I'm pretty excited about it.
Because are you going to air these on public access?
Yeah, they're going to be on public access as well, but we're going to YouTube Live them because the league that they're in now, like I said, the East Coast Basketball League, they really want them to stream them live.
To
get the word out about the league and the team. So
I'd love to air it. I can grab it off the YouTube once and just air it. That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to have all the bells and whistles on it, but it's going to have, but like the new camera I got you can put a score bar right on the bottom of it and everything.
That's cool.
So.
All right. Well, everybody's, if you like local basketball, check that out.
Yeah. I'm kind of using it as like my guinea pig trial so I can, when we get back in open again, to get the local high schools to kind of, someone from the local area to go out and do the high school games. Because if this works out, and the camera itself has all these different things like overlays in it that you can do.
Yeah.
For football, basketball, baseball, all the different sports.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's a reasonably priced camera. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And we got the thing that hooks up to the scoreboards. So it feeds the information right into it. So you don't have to do it manually. It's all connected together. So
technology, baby. I love it.
I know.
Awesome.
I was really like, cool. Where was this when I was in high school? I would have been doing this my whole time.
I know, that's awesome.
I would have started my own little side business, just filming high school sports.
Man, oh man.
I still might.
And obviously everybody heard our East of the River ad in the beginning of this episode.
Yes,
we're going very excited. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have tons of stuff. My eBay is hopping.
Yeah. Now
I
that
won't
I'm going to
sell.
be vaccinated, I'll probably be there as well.
Yeah, we'll be vaccinated, so it'll be
Yeah.
great. Um, Also, I over the week I finally finished the Boys graphic novel. They have a new one that just came out, Dear Becky, which was a 7 issue run. I'm reading that next, but I okay, The Boys as a graphic novel is amazing.
Mm.
I It had a lull a little bit. About it, Huey's backstory was a little lull for me, but in the end, it all comes together on why things happened, and it's really satisfying. And I am really interested to see how they end the series now,
Yeah.
because how they end the graphic novel, I'm really
Yeah.
interested how they're gonna wrap it up when they get there.
Yeah.
Will they go there? It's a little dark.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But I highly recommend it if you get your hands on them. It's 6 volumes. It's really awesome. It's
Yeah.
really awesome.
I want to get that one, and I want to get Invincible. Now that I've watched the Amazon show,
I gotta watch that.
I want to get into that.
I
I want to get that read up.
This week I will try to catch up because it's like what 4 episodes.
4 episodes. They're about 45 minutes each.
It might be my new lunchtime show.
Yeah, it's really good. It's amazing.
Finished
Yeah.
Solar Opposites, which was hilarious, and it was only 8 episodes, and I burned through those pretty quick. So
yeah,
I'll start this for my lunchtime. So maybe I'll watch my first episode today or tomorrow. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah. And speaking of basketball, UConn women lost.
Yeah, they
Friday.
laid an egg. Speaking of Easter,
it was, Kansas was fucking good. McDonald was.
It was not Kansas.
No, not Kansas.
Arizona.
Arizona. Why am I thinking of Kansas?
Not even close to Kansas.
No, but there's a reason why I'm thinking Kansas. Okay, Arizona. Sorry, but McDonald. She was a firecracker. Destroyed UConn. UConn's a young team. They don't have any seniors. Yeah. Even if UConn had won, even if they had won Friday, they would have been destroyed by Stanford yesterday. We watched that game. I wanted Arizona to win, actually, because they're kind of the underdog.
Yeah.
Stanford was fucking unbelievable. They won by like a couple points. And McDonald, they passed her the ball. She was going to throw it in for 3 points. Buzzer rang, done. She missed. Yeah. But it was awesome. It was like me and Allison were like, I'm still going to watch Sunday's game. And she's like,
I'm surprised you're into the women's basketball. I got to say, when you told me you were watching women's basketball, I was like, what's going on?
Like Allison, she used to, her mom used to watch it, and she used to watch it. She played basketball in high school. So throughout the years,
there's a connection. That makes sense.
Throughout the years, and my grandfather would always watch, and he watches all sports, so we'd always watch UConn whenever they're on. But throughout the years, if UConn's in the playoffs, we'll try to catch some games. And I'm like, well, hey, we can actually watch it this year because I don't have them doing a meeting. I missed a game because of the meeting. But once UConn was out Friday, Allison's like, fuck it, I don't want to watch Sunday. I turned it on, and then we were both, that last quarter, we were both glued. She was all into it too, because I kind of want Arizona to win it.
I kind of caught, I really haven't been into, I did my brackets and everything for both, like I always do, but I haven't really been following it as much, because usually I'd be at work and I'd watch it while I was at work.
Yeah.
And not having cable up here like we used to. I don't get TNT and True TV and all that, so I miss half the games. We're not having that. So for the men's side, so I haven't really been paying attention to it.
Yeah.
But I did watch the tail end of the Gonzaga game on, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And they went to overtime, and then there was a buzzer beater in overtime.
Oh geez.
Like a 3-quarter shot from the top of the key, and I was like, oh man. And I was screaming. Claire's like, why are you screaming? You don't believe this shot was out of nowhere. The guy just yeah.
Man, I missed Saturday's game. But March Madness has kind of come to a close now, right?
Yeah, the championship game's tonight.
Yeah, that's a
Gonzaga
big.
Baylor.
Yeah,
My two
I
picks to make it to the championship. So
wow. I have a meeting tonight, or I would put it on just to watch.
yeah,
But yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know. It gets you pumped up for something. At this point in my life, I need
yeah,
something to get excited by. You know, I'm like,
yeah. Well, especially now that the Red Sox season started and they're terrible. So
yeah,
that helps.
the first game was rained out. They
Yeah,
lost the first game.
they
I
lost
mean,
the
it's
first three games.
they played
They got
3 times
shellacked
already.
yesterday,
Oh my
11 to
god.
3.
Well, it's early, Mark. You know how
It is.
baseball
It is.
is.
It's early. Yeah.
It's so early. They can turn it around.
Yeah. They have like another 100 some odd games to turn it around. So
Right. Right.
I gotta admit, I liked the short season last year. I know a lot of baseball people are gonna be like, I can't believe you say that, but having only 60 games to watch is way better than having 162 games to watch.
I think over
It's
100
just a
games is fine.
long season. Yeah.
Maybe COVID will make them rethink this and be like,
No,
you
they
know,
actually went back to the regular season like this year.
why? Like, that's a
So
lot.
it's gonna be from now till September. It's gonna be just baseball.
If Red Sox losing.
Yeah. Hopefully they turn it around.
I know.
Hopefully
they can turn it.
figure things out. But
They
yeah.
can turn it around, Mark. I believe they
Yeah. And it's a weird year too, because you have like I was talking to a buddy of mine who works the sports events in Boston, and he was saying how there's a lot more jobs available because with the prolonged or postponed time frame for basketball and hockey, right now you have like the longest stint where you're going to have like the Celtics, Bruins, and Red Sox all playing at the same time.
Oh,
Basically,
yeah.
like, and you can't like they're not allowing like if you work a Bruins game or a Red Sox game during the day, you can't go work the Bruins game at night. You have to like each team has to have like their own crew basically. So I saw on Facebook Andy Heavysides is working baseball now, which he like a camera because there's not enough bodies to go everywhere. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Oh,
there's a lot of
he's doing the Red Sox?
yeah. He's working. I think he's
Wow.
working a third base side camera for Red Sox.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Man, good for him.
but yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of sports going on all at once.
Because
Right
it's
now.
all back. Yeah, it's everything's
Back and everything's up and running. You got basketball, hockey, and baseball going at the same time.
Yeah. Did the AHL ever come back? Did the Wolfpack ever come
They're
back?
playing like a shortened season. The Wolfpack are playing a 24 game season because two of the teams in their division didn't come back at all. Springfield didn't come back
Yeah.
because they were using the Mass Mutual Center as a COVID vaccine site.
Right.
So they didn't come back, and I think it was the Charlotte Checkers who were also in our division. They're new divisions. They morphed all divisions to make them like regional.
Yeah.
So Charlotte, I think, was the other one, and they didn't come back either because of the same reason. So,
but are they
approaching
approaching
playing
playoffs?
Providence? No playoffs. They're only playing a 24 game season, 12 home, 12 away, and they're only playing Bridgeport and Providence. They're only two teams they're playing.
Wow.
So,
that's it. And there's no playoffs. There's no like we won. It's like the most points.
No, they're just playing. It's basically just
play.
to keep the players warm. For like if the NHL team needs a player,
right,
they can call them up, kind of thing.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, no fans at the XL Center. They haven't allowed fans back or anything. They're not planning on doing that till next year. But Josh has been working all the games at home, so
that's cool.
He's been telling me how things have been going.
You coach Cam?
Yeah.
Speaking of Hartford, so the we years ago we used to cover the ConnectiCon, and I got an email that ConnectiCon might be coming back in July. Then I got another email saying nope, coming back in September.
Yeah,
they are coming back in September. Fingers crossed that ConnectiCon will be back.
Yeah, the convention center.
Yeah, I think
I thought it was strange that they were saying July because they're using the convention center as a vaccine site, I believe, too. So it's like, how are you going to work that?
I know. I don't think
they're giving out vaccines in July. I think they're not going to be.
Yeah, they said basically they want the extra time for more people to get the vaccine. Yeah. But they're coming back September, it sounds like. So we'll see if that happens.
It's going to be a lot of shows going on then because I think Terrificon's that time frame, like fall.
If it
I know Rhode Island Comic Con's is like November.
Yeah, that's before the holidays. So, but if they happen, I mean, there's still between now and then a lot can happen. A lot can happen. So I think it's all tentative because, and just like 2020, I don't know. I don't put stock in anything right now when it comes to a hard date because anything could change. So all we can do is
Yeah, it
hope.
was. I gotta admit, it was strange. They had about 100 people at the game Saturday because of reduced size. They had like I think it was 50% from what they're usually allowed.
Yeah.
And it was still like, and you had like all the other people, like the staff that works the games and the teams and their people and everything. But it was like at first it was kind of weird, like having people around and being around people.
Yeah.
But then after about 5-10 minutes, it was just like normal again. Everyone was wearing masks except for the players on the court, but
Right.
you kind of just get used to it now. It's like just the new normal, as people
like going grocery shopping. Everybody's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
What else, Mark? Anything else before we get into Godzilla?
No, like we'd said, I watched Godzilla King Kong, like you did as well. Besides that, just like I was saying, watching Invincible, which is fantastic. I suggest anyone watching it. I did rewatch, just because I've been listening to Foo Fighters. I've been doing my walks. I rewatched Sound City documentary.
Yeah,
over the weekend. So good.
it is good.
If anyone hasn't seen it, I suggest checking it out. Besides that, I really haven't watched. I don't think I've watched anything else. I was gonna watch. I want to watch the Concrete Cowboy on Netflix. Idris Elba's new movie.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I want to check that out. That's on my list of things to do this week. And I know on the 23rd, there's a new show come to Netflix. That's supposedly pretty good. We got the Entertainment Weekly back this month. They started. We re-upped.
I get Entertainment Weekly.
So now I'm actually seeing what's coming, what's going to be on TV now. So I'm like,
it's really Entertainment Monthly, and I don't know why they haven't changed the name.
I don't know, because it probably doesn't sound as good as Entertainment Weekly.
But they've been doing this for about 2 years now. It's monthly, which I like because weekly they would stack up.
It was too much.
It was too much. But just call it monthly. I don't see what the big deal is.
Or just call it Entertainment Magazine and just get it over with.
Yeah.
But they have to change all their logos and
I know
business cards, and that's too much work.
Mortal Kombat does come out this month on the 16th or something like that.
Yes, that's what I was looking forward to. Yeah.
We're gonna definitely should do a movie review of that separately.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, if not, you could. Well, we'll just do it here, and we should definitely do a movie review on Monday with that when that comes out. But Godzilla versus King Kong. Man, I went into this movie.
Did you have any news that you want to get to before we get into this?
Oh, I do have news. Thank you.
You always forget the news. It's your thing.
No, I didn't forget. I don't forget the news.
You did. You literally just started talking about Kong versus Godzilla.
Well, this is the only news I have that kind of ties into that.
Oh, okay.
The news I have is usually I cover the box office a long time ago, and I haven't covered it in a long time.
There hasn't been one.
Well, Godzilla versus Kong is one of the biggest movies in the pandemic. It generated $32 million over the weekend and $48.5 million in the first 5 days of release.
Wow.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Especially since it came out on streaming.
Well, it's really a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies you pop popcorn, turn your brain off for 2 hours.
It's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah. It's definitely not a script movie like the guys in our chat seem to think it is.
So
it's not going to win any.
We'll get there. Hold on.
Awards.
I know. I got things to say. But prior to this weekend, Wonder Woman, 1984, had the biggest 3-day start with only 16.7 million.
Yeah.
And Tom and Jerry with 14 million.
Yeah.
So the fact that Godzilla vs. Kong was on HBO Max and in the theater and generated 48.5 million in 5 days is pretty fucking good.
And just goes to show how bad the Wonder Woman movie was.
Yeah, but also I think more people were primed to see this. Also, it does help that the weather is getting nicer. People are
getting out of the house. Yeah,
I think people feel more comfortable leaving the house.
Or just getting out of the house and getting away from things. People are, I think, are ready to get back out in the world.
Right. I mean, that's only really news I had because it ties into this. So for me, I've been waiting for this. I've seen the first Godzilla.
Yes.
I saw it in the theater with everybody. Then I saw Kong Island at home with
Skull
Allison.
Island.
Skull Island. Then I
Yeah.
saw the last Godzilla movie, which I don't know if you went, but I went with Hutzel, Rocky, Jay,
I think.
and
Yeah.
John.
I think I was there. Yeah. King of the Monsters. Yeah, I saw that in the theater with you guys.
Okay, and
I think. Whatever.
I don't remember, but me and Hutzel walked out like that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This movie for me hit it perfectly. It gave us a good balance of human and monster. Also, I think the monster fights were way better in this one because it wasn't so much garbage flying around, which the last one had a lot
Well,
of.
this was very much along the lines of like as I was watching, I'm like, wow, this is very much a la like Ultraman, old timey Godzilla
Yeah.
movies where they just
Yes.
fight inside a city. You know
I
the city's
know.
fake. You know it's a 104-foot ape fighting a giant lizard. You're not looking. It's not like
The CG in this movie I thought was incredibly good.
yeah.
And I really wished I saw this in the theater because
Oh
it
yeah, I
would
said
have
the same
looked
thing.
so awesome.
Yeah.
So I thought the balance was good. I thought the characters that they did have were good. Millie Bobby Brown comes back from
Yeah.
her for rephrasing her character. Then you have a new character who's a conspiracy theorist.
But
Who's
that was like a
played.
poor man Wrong Functious.
No, he's in Atlanta. He's a really good actor.
I know, but he reminded me of Wrong Functious. Like it would have been like a perfect role for Wrong Functious, I think.
Yeah, I mean he's not a comedian, but he's good. And then, did you recognize who the boy was?
Yeah, it was a kid from Deadpool 2.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I said that
these
as soon as I saw him. Like, hey, a kid from Deadpool 2. Good to
so
see you're getting to work.
these three I thought had a nice little path. I mean, it wasn't too much. It wasn't over. I mean, it's over the top, but I
I mean,
don't give a
again,
shit.
it's not like it's not a
So
Oscar award-winning script writing.
in our group chat, I just don't get where our friend Rocky, who did the Justice League review, he's
Yes.
like, oh, but I just want
I
something
could
more.
want more script. I want to see emotion from
This is what I said.
Godzilla, and I want
This
to.
is what I said.
Why is there sunlight in the Hollow Earth? I'm like, well, because it's the core of the Earth that's making the
When
light.
I go to a Chinese restaurant, it's because I want Chinese food.
Yeah.
When I see a King Kong versus Godzilla movie that says versus in the title, guess what I want to see?
I want to see Godzilla fight.
I don't
King
go
Kong.
to a Chinese restaurant and goes, where's your Italian food? Where's your French food? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is not Scorsese.
Yeah.
This is not fucking like
it's not the
high
English
art.
patient.
Yeah,
As
like,
used to say.
These are okay. Listen, I don't like Transformers movies because they're not my thing. But if you go to a Transformers movie,
you're not going for the script.
You know you're getting in. Robots
you're not going
fighting.
for the dialogue.
Yes, I just don't get it. Like,
I don't get like it's like you're looking for a highbrow movie out of a lowbrow genre, basically.
Right. And it's like he's like,
it's a monster movie.
I just want something more. Then you're going to the wrong place.
You're looking for the wrong stuff at the wrong place.
I don't go to McDonald's looking for a toaster. Like, hey, McDonald's, how come we don't have toasters? You guys should really have toasters here, because
going to McDonald's and looking for a flaming yang is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what number is the flaming yang on the menu?
How dare you not have my flaming yang?
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I just don't. Listen, you want to see things blow up. You want to see two titans fight it out. And we all knew it was going to happen. Spoiler alert. We all knew they were going to come together to fight a bigger bad.
Yeah, they both found out their mother's name is Mothra.
Okay.
And then they fought Mechagodzilla.
When they had the moment together, Allison goes, what happened?
And they found out each other's mom's name was Martha.
Martha. Yeah, it's the fucking first thing I thought, man. I go telepathically, they're like, Martha. Oh,
you screwed Mothra? I screwed Mothra. Oh my gosh! Inter-Titan bestiality.
I thought the movie flowed. It was good. Just fucking enjoyable, man. It was a great.
Yeah.
I would see this in the theater because I just loved how everything looked. It made you sympathetic towards Kong because
they did it in the first 5 minutes. Like Kong wakes up and does the morning routine, scratches his butt, takes a
But
shower.
yeah. And the little girl. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just a great movie, man. I just needed something fun, and I think
It was a brain turn off movie, is what it was. It was just
yeah.
turn your brain off, watch two monsters fight each other in a
And I
city.
thought the fight scenes were awesome.
Yeah.
I thought they were
On
great.
top of the aircraft carrier. I mean, come on.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was though. Okay, so as you're watching this, and if you do overthink things, it will ruin it for you. Because
Well,
as
any
I'm,
movie like that, you overthink. If you overthink Avengers, it'll ruin it for you.
but what I'm saying is, so me and Allison goes, wait, they're bringing him down there to get. Why are they doing that? I'm like, you're overthinking it. I go,
Yeah.
because it seems a little convoluted. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
convoluted, but it works. Like,
Yeah.
it just works. You got to go with it.
You're also talking about the genre that had two like tiny little people, two little girls singing a song that awoke a giant moth.
They were in the last movie.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to a movie where there's a giant lizard roaming around,
Right.
and a
Right.
ape that's 100 foot tall.
It was awesome.
You're not like you got to kind of like disconnect your brain from reality for a little bit.
My favorite part of the whole movie is when the fight they had in the water was really cool.
Yeah.
He's trying to drown them. He's trying to drown. That was kind of cool. But I like
he was doing like a crocodile move, like he was like wrapping them up.
Yeah.
Like alligator roll.
When Godzilla blasted into the ground.
Yeah.
It found and then Kong comes through the ground.
Yeah.
And they fight and they just knock it. That city was awesome looking with the neon lights.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I love and I also was a fan of the featherless chickens that were attacking everybody in the Hollow Earth.
Yeah. The
angry chickens
down there.
Yeah. I was like, these flying chickens are creepy as hell.
And then Skarsgård.
Skarsgård was in it. It's like
he's back in business.
And Millie Bobby Brown's dad there, Chandler from Tyler Chandler from Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, he was in the first.
Totally has no idea what's going on. Totally disconnected. He's probably the dumbest scientist in all of movie history.
He was in the last movie.
I know. He played a dumb scientist in that movie too.
Well, his wife dies.
Yeah, but he's like the worst scientist ever. He just runs around like a chick with his head chopped off.
I'm so glad they don't have him in this movie as much, because I think the last movie it was him constantly panicking. Yeah. And it got
even in this movie, it's all he was is panic the whole time.
Panic. And I'm
just like running around crazed.
I gotta find my daughter.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Are we in the right place? This is where we're supposed to be. Why are we here? What's going on? Where's my kid?
I think he's a great actor, but the direction they give him for these movies, I'm glad they toned it down, because I didn't like him just in that mode. It's like one mode.
Yeah.
Panic and be confused.
Yeah. Lost and confused. That's his motivation for this movie.
Yeah, I'm so glad he wasn't in it as much.
All I want you to do is just run around aimlessly with your hands like frantically, like, what's going on?
They just made him go down, they just made him walk down a hallway a couple times, and they CG'd shit around him.
Yeah.
So they just use the same footage.
We want you to be the worst parent ever, and also act totally unknowing of everything that's going on around you. Like, you've somehow worked your way up to a very high level in the government, but you still have no clue what's going on.
No, he has nothing. He's clueless. He doesn't know where his
daughter is. He runs all of this big monarch area, but has no clue about any of it.
Yeah,
he's just totally lost.
But yeah, that was cool, and I liked Mega Godzilla.
Yes, Mecha Godzilla.
Mecha Godzilla. They brought that in, which is
I was astonished about the one thing that, I was watching. I'm like, this is like the worst security ever in this facility. That these two kids and this guy can just wander right in and hop into a random space pod. They can make these pods that fly through the Earth, but they don't have any kind of surveillance on these pods.
Well, they never
to keep track of who's entering and exiting.
In the pods were some sort of creatures, but they never did anything.
They were the walker things that were in the bone walkers from Skull Island.
Okay, but they
referenced them when they got into the Mecha Godzilla training area. That's what he was fighting.
Oh yeah.
He
Oh,
was
you're
training.
right.
They
You're
were
right.
breeding them so he could basically fight them to get used to.
But now they have a bunch of them that are there incubating
Yeah.
because
Well, it
now,
sets up next movie, I guess.
yeah. Um,
I mean,
it,
also they don't like really give you a reason why the Mecha Godzilla becomes sentient.
the
It
DNA maybe.
just happened.
My favorite
Just got
nonsensical
mad
thing.
and like electrocuted the guy, and then like attacked the other guy for no reason.
It was
There's
the
like
DNA. My nonsensical part of the movie that I love. It's so stupid. When they're down in the middle of the earth, they attach the woman. I call her Big Boobs McGee. She
the daughter there.
no Big Boobs. The mysterious woman, the
That's
daughter.
the daughter of the guy that built Mecha Godzilla.
She had her cleavage shown in the first half of the film.
Well, yeah, I mean that was the reason why she was there.
Basically, so
eye candy.
They get the DNA right.
Yeah.
Now you think you physically have to bring it somewhere, but it just uploads.
Yeah.
It just uploads. Like they just uploaded DNA.
Well, it wasn't DNA. It was just like
what was it?
It was like a
code.
It was a code. They just like.
But these are creatures. They don't have codes in the DNA. I don't know. Maybe it was a DNA code that would figure out.
Well, it was a sequence to do the power. That was a power. It was all it was like.
And then she dies. They blow it up. Yeah. She gets blown up. Yeah. I love how Kong looks in and sees that it's not the little girl in there.
None of his people are in there, and then he goes, "All right, I don't need that. Those people."
I love that. That was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie don't make sense, but who cares?
I mean, the other thing I thought was interesting is how is there oxygen in the center of the Earth? How are they able to just walk around like it's normal?
Well, they were.
This guy on the ship. No one thinks we should put helmets on.
There would be
with oxygen, so that way we know that there's oxygen before we just wander out here.
Mark, there's a lizard.
That was like my only thing. Yeah, it was there at the very end of the movie where they're like in the new observation area for Kong.
Yeah,
they're just like all walking around like it's no big deal. It's like, is there like oxygen that we just don't know about, or like there's no pressure issues?
Right. Hey, it's a movie. Hey, just like someone brought up something interesting about Justice League I never thought about. When Superman takes Lois after their fight with the Justice League, you hear a sonic boom.
It would have destroyed her. She would have imploded.
Fucking destroyed her.
Yeah.
But he carries people to and fro.
Yeah.
And they have no problem breathing.
Well, I think it's like because they're attached. If you're attached to Superman, you're inside his Superman bubble.
It has to be.
And he can protect you.
It has to be. It has to be.
That's the crutch that they use to get through. If you're attached to Superman, you're in his aura, like
that
his
sonic boom. She would have like melted in his hand.
Oh, she would just like disintegrated instantly. She just imploded up.
He would have landed on the farm with blood all over him.
Not even. There just was like a little dot of Lois on like his body.
But you know, Rocky watches a King Kong movie,
and that you need the script writing. He needs dialogue. He needs more emotion from King Kong and Godzilla.
He wants Kong to cry every time he kills someone.
Yes.
Everything has to be in grayscale.
He's going to rebuild the city now. He wants to know the infrastructure plans and how they're going to rebuild the cities after they're destroyed.
He just wants highbrow King Kong films.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our review. I give it a 9 to 10, man. I loved it.
Well, I mean, if you're looking, if it's a different scale to rate it on, you don't scale it on a rate of like actual movies with like script writing.
No, I rated
dialogue. It's not like a think piece. It's not like you're not going in it thinking you're gonna get the you know.
I mean, okay.
But I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
You know what? I'll say an 8 as well.
Yeah.
I think if I saw it in the theater with a crowd, it would be more.
Oh yeah, if I saw it with people like cheering and screaming at the screen, then it'd make it more interesting.
Yeah, but I'd say an 8. I think you're right on spot with that, and it's enjoyable. It's free. Go watch it.
Yeah. Well, if you have the HBO Max, it's free. Yeah.
Yeah. And now let's do. We have to go to Falcon and Winter Soldier.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 4.
I thought it was 3.
3.
Yeah, it's episode 3. It feels like 4, but it's 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I want to say it's 4.
No, it's 3. 4 comes out this Friday.
Okay.
I know. Isn't that weird?
There's only 6 of them. So yes, it's 3. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the season.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Now we know Zemo. Now we know why he's a Baron.
Yes. He's rich,
Because
bitch.
yeah, that's I don't know.
It
I
makes
guess
sense.
it
Why else
does.
would you call him Baron?
They didn't. I don't think they ever called him Baron. But
Well,
now they can.
now they've called him Baron Zemo. I think in
Um,
the Winter Soldier he was, or one of
just
those he was
Zemo.
called.
Just Zemo.
Well, I know, but I think someone along the lines it was mentioned he was a Baron.
I
I don't think this is
I
the first time we ever heard. The first time those characters have heard it, but I think it was mentioned somewhere
I don't
before.
know. So
If not, whatever.
in Winter Soldier, this does explain how he could do the things because he's just a guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, how does this guy? His
Well, he's from
family
Sokovia.
dies.
We got
Yes,
that.
but his family died in Sokovia. That's
Yes.
why he had the plan with Winter
Of Age of
Soldier.
Ultron. So that's why he was involved in
Winter Soldier, not Age of Ultron.
well, he was also but no, I'm saying the things that led to stuff was Baron Zemo's character in Winter Soldier caused the Winter Soldier to do things. And then he was also in Civil War because he was the one that programmed Winter Soldier to kill Black Panther's father.
Black Panther's father. Oh, but he also killed Tony Stark's father.
That wasn't Baron Zemo though.
Yeah, but Winter Soldier killed.
Yeah, but Winter Soldier was the one that
bombed the
building that that T'Challa's dad was in.
Also,
I mentioned in this episode that like he's like, yeah, because
at the
Stan
end,
was like, "Hey, do you really want to deal with this guy? Because you really messed with your brain last time."
Yeah. Well, at the end of the episode, we get a little a Wakandian showing
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So I want to say about Zemo though. Zemo is like one of the only human villains who actually had a plan and succeeded at his plan.
Yeah, no, he's the only one that's ever succeeded at his plan of messing with the Avengers.
Yeah. I mean, Thanos did. He succeeded, but then with time travel,
he got like totally defeated. Whereas this guy just got put in jail. Everyone else died.
And he's a human, and
Thanos died. Ultron died.
I liked the fact that he was just a simple guy who did this because he was pissed off. The fact that now he is a Baron, he's come from a rich family, it explains how he did what he did.
Well, I've heard a lot of it said online and stuff. It's nice. It's amazing to see how well Marvel is slowly retconning and answering questions that were in the original movies.
I don't think they're retconning; they're answering questions.
Well, the small things, retconning small things, but they're also like answering questions of things that like, wait a minute, how's this guy just able to do this? And now they're like explaining it out, like they're fleshing out stuff that was like,
I wouldn't call it retconning. They're just fleshing it out.
Like in WandaVision, they retcon some small things, but in Falcon Winter Soldier, they're like filling in blanks on things that were left in the other movies.
Yeah,
like you were saying, like how is Baron Zemo able to do all this stuff when in the movies? And now it's like, oh well, he was rich. He's been rich this whole time, so that's why he's been able to, slowly take over different things and all this stuff. But
yeah,
he's honestly like becoming my favorite villain. In all of Marvel, basically, he's like, and the actor who's playing him is so good. He was in Rush. It was a Ron Howard movie about Formula One.
Oh yeah,
he played Nicky Lauder, and he was amazing in that. And it's like when I saw him in Winter Soldier, I was like, oh man, this guy is so good. And he's like in this, and he's amazing. And he looks just like, and once he gets the uniform on with the mask, once he pulled the knit mask on, it was like, oh man,
it's the first time we get to see him wear his trademark purple mask.
Yeah.
Because in the comics he's horribly burned, and that's why he has the mask on.
Yeah.
So, but this obviously he's not. But he had the mask in the back of the car. The car that all these fancy cars they're just finding everywhere. Like I got this nice car. It was parked right over there.
Yeah.
Like this episode was a lot of that. It was like, here's something fancy we found.
Well, like he said, he goes, my family's had money for years, so I've always had these cars just sitting around.
It's too funny.
He's like, and the cool part is like I was thinking to myself, he's kind of like the evil Batman.
Or the evil Tony Stark, I would say, in this world. He's kind of like the Tony Stark of evil.
Well, yeah, but I kind of the evil Batman. He's like rich and that's all he. That's his super. That's his power basically. Is he's just rich.
Yeah.
Like Batman, he just has gadgets and doesn't have gadgets or anything, but he has like the old butler that like he's had since he was a kid, who takes care of him and everything. Yeah, very much like Tony Stark, I guess. He doesn't have like a power suit. I'm saying.
Gotcha. I hear you. Sharon Carter.
Yeah, there's more there going on.
Let's talk about her.
Yeah, I don't think her whole part. I don't think was actually what she is. I had a feeling at the end of the episode where she gets to the thing and she's like, "Oh, we have a problem. Actually, we have two problems." I am thinking, and my first thought was, is she the power broker?
No, she's not the power broker. Is after power broker is someone completely different.
But does she work for the power broker?
I don't think so. Zemo, I think Zemo could be working for the power broker because Zemo shot the guy.
No, well, Zemo doesn't want any of them to have anything because he doesn't want anyone to be a super soldier.
Yeah, it's true. So he has it out. And killing the scientist, once he got the information, was sort of like, well, you can't create any more vials. You only made 20. He's made 20. So we know there's 20 out there. No, you're overthinking it. Sharon Carter is not the power broker. Power broker is the person that's overseeing it. I would not say she's a power broker at all.
So you think she's working for...
I think she says who she is.
Well, she said like she can't go back to America because she's still like... But at the end of the episode, she goes to that car and she gets in the back seat, which means that she's a person of power in movie world. She goes in the back seat and the girl picks her up in the car.
Oh, well, the woman picks her up.
She comes in the corner and she goes, do we have a problem? She says, how'd everything go? She says, we have a problem. Actually, we have two problems, which to me is Falcon Winter Soldier.
Right.
Which made me believe that she's either the power broker or connected to him somehow, or whatever that character is going to be. Or she's a part of Sword. And that's how they bring Sword in.
Yeah. Because I don't see why she would have no reason to be the power broker. I don't know. It says there are 3 blank slots during end credits. One of them is surely forever. Is for whoever's playing the power broker. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think she's the power broker. I think maybe she's part of Sword. Maybe. It
seems like it'd be too much, like having her there. It just seems too coincidental to me for be like a Sword thing.
She could be watching, but I don't think she's the power broker. That'd be weird. Because wouldn't that kind of go against?
It would, but if you think about it, what she was saying was like, she's basically, so she was not a part of the blip, so she's been there for 5 years.
Yeah.
And when we last saw her, she was basically sent on the run because she helped steal the shield.
Right.
For Cap.
Yeah.
And then she's basically been on the run this whole time. So why wouldn't she have turned into a crime lord?
Oh, that would be interesting. I don't know, Mark. Maybe
she says the whole thing about how it's like, they're talking and she's like, you guys like, must be nice to live in like this magical world where everything is just, if you think about it, the whole world spun upside down because of the blip.
Yeah.
And now these superheroes are all back post blip. And the people who used to be allies might now be villains, and villains like Baron Zemo, who didn't blip, was a villain, and now he's an ally. That could be like the whole thing of it. Like people who were your friends are now your foes, and people who were your foes are now your friends. That could be the way that this whole thing is going, kind of.
So there are theories online that Sharon Carter is secretly the power broker. There are theories.
See?
It does line up for what you're saying. I didn't think about it that way. I didn't. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, man. That would be interesting. So if she's a
Because why would
power,
she be so mad that he killed the scientist? That was my other thing. Like when she runs in and he shoots the scientist, she's like, no, like
yeah.
there's my, like that was my way of getting Cap back, kind of.
Well, we have 20 people
Well, because I think she
out
wasn't
there.
trying to. She didn't start the 20 people. He just made the serum.
Yeah.
What's her face? The redheaded Annie girl stole the serum and gave it to 20 people and
Right.
herself. I
Yeah.
think Sharon was trying to reinvent the superhero serum, super soldier serum, so she could make a new Cap.
Yeah, but he's. I don't think. I mean,
Not the Cap, but I think she was trying to make
yeah.
in like a back. I could even be like Sword was involved in like a secret way if they just couldn't do it on the books. So she was like the off the books
Ooh.
person
Yeah.
that was like in that area dealing with the underground, trying to build the serum so they could remake. Because if you think about it, when the blip happened and all those superheroes went away, they're trying to figure out how to make new superheroes. And then when people came back and Cap didn't come back after that, now they really needed superheroes because there's no more Cap. So that could be the whole.
And did you see how she could fight?
Yeah.
She fucking kicked ass.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and you're right. I mean, she's been in hiding. She's secret. She has like expensive things in her little house there.
Yeah.
She's no.
She got a
She's not,
place in Hightown. Where how'd she get that? Like,
she's not slumming it by
yeah.
any means.
Yeah.
So, I do like the creepier side of John Walker. We get
The jerkier side.
the "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's definitely. It's definitely like the powers going to his head is what they're using. Like,
yeah,
that's happened in the comic book too. Is he like started out being, you know, the Yojo kind of guy, and then gradually it just like the power consumed him, and then he really thought he was Steve Rogers, basically. Like he thought he could survive anything.
Well, the thing is, I feel like he would want the serum too. I feel like secretly there's something going on there.
Yeah, well, that's why I think he wants it so that he could really become Captain America.
Yeah, because I think right now he's just trying to prove himself, and he's trying too hard.
Yeah,
he's trying too hard.
Well, even his like partner in crime there, the Patriot, was like, "Are you sure you want to like let's not get too crazy here, It's just
Battlestar. I think it's Battlestar.
Yeah, well, he gradually. I think. Oh no, the Patriot is Elijah's son.
Yeah,
is the Patriot. Isaiah's son. Sorry,
Isaiah. So yeah, it was a good episode. We have this. I like the smiling tiger.
Yes.
That's actually like a reference to the New
That
Warriors?
was quite the slow-mo Reservoir Dogs slow-mo that they had there, where they were walking across the bridge.
Yeah,
just three dudes walking across the bridge. One with his arm out. Well, that was quite the cantina scene.
I thought the same thing.
Winter Soldier just going off on people.
I thought the same thing. I thought, oh, this is their cantina scene.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. And then at the very end, we get a Wakandian showing up, leaving a little trail for like happenstance that Winter Soldier there would see.
Well, he White Wolf, so he becomes White Wolf during that, and kind of like he
sees the ball.
What are you guys doing? Like I knew I'd find you here.
Yeah, it was interesting how they were all going to go and do something. He's just kind of like, "I'll be back."
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk.
It was it's like okay.
You're only being chased by everybody in the world, but okay, enjoy your walk.
Was that weird?
That was weird. Much, and like Sam and Zemo, who weren't really like down with each other, are like, sure, let's go hang out by ourselves. That's fine.
And wait for you to take your walk?
Yeah, wait for you to go for your walk. What are you gonna grab?
He's like, I gotta get my mile in. I've been seeing Mark Warnock's posts. I gotta get my mile in.
He's my inspiration. I gotta get my 2 miles in.
Yeah, like it was a weird moment.
It was weird. It was very strange.
The one thing, like I said in our group chat, this is a nitpick. because I love these characters, but they're not okay. They bicker, and that's funny when when it's appropriate. But I felt like they had that knockout with after the scientist gets killed, the shit goes south, and then they start bickering about who went where, and I'm like, it felt weird to have that there with these
Well,
characters.
no, because it's
doing
like
that.
it's like the two. It's
It just felt
what I've
strange to
equated
me.
to, and I've like kind of like the way I've like gone into it, looking at it, and it's kind of made more sense after I looked at it this way. Yeah, think about it as Sam thought like he was close with Captain America. Bucky, when he was Bucky and not Winter Soldier, was
He's
close
best
with Captain
friends.
America. So it's basically like two close friends of Captain America who weren't friends with each other. Like their connector is Captain America, but they weren't connected together.
Yeah, I know.
And now they're like trying to be like they're like forced into a friendship kind of.
And they're both trying to be like Captain America.
They're both trying to be Captain America, and they're both like, well, I'm the guy in charge. No, I'm the guy in charge.
Yeah.
You know, so
I
they're
don't know.
like
I
that's
just
like that
felt
weird. It's also that weird. That's that buddy cop thing.
yeah.
I said
I
go left. I meant my left.
yeah, I know. I know what they're trying to do. It just didn't
Yeah,
work for me that one moment. Like I was just kind of like, yeah. I mean, come on.
yeah.
Let's go here.
It was just a way to show off Baron Zemo. Basically, it was like the show Zemo can just
Did you
rock
like
the house.
Baron
Basically,
Zemo dancing at the nightclub?
yeah.
He's doing the little white man shuffle. I mean, it was weird. It was weird seeing Zemo in this light too. It was like a totally different character.
Well, yeah. Think about it too. He's been in prison for what now, like 5 years now,
and now
6 years.
He's cutting the rugs.
This is his first time out since
and he's
first time out in the world. He's getting a little enjoyed himself.
He was kind of doing the Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, he got the symbiote attached to him. He's got a little.
He's doing the finger guns.
You got to think about it. It's the first time out. He's feeling his oats. He's able to be the rich guy, and controls the world. Like world's his oyster. He's kind of just.
His Jeeves is like
I'm here.
Looks like he's gonna die any minute.
He's gonna fall over any second. That guy. He's literally about to fall over any second.
And he's like smell test. Like that food. You've been in jail for so long. That food is like there's no smell test. There should be no.
They've not like my thing was like, why wouldn't they just restock the food? They knew he was coming.
Right.
He didn't just like randomly just walk up to a plane. They're like, oh hey, where you been?
Yeah. That old guy.
He had to call the guy and be like, hey, we're gonna take the plane. Get it ready. He's like, all right, crew guys, let's restock the fridge and everything.
The old guy's like, I've been waiting for you forever, Zemo.
Yeah, they knew he was in prison.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just like the plane's just been sitting there? The pilots had been hanging out for that whole time waiting.
Yeah. Oh, Zemo.
Stuff you gotta think about. The stuff like that, like the stuff you really start thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No. See? We're over
like they had to hire all new pilots. Like that guy had to call somebody and be like, hey,
they were all fired.
Pilots.
When he went to prison, they were all fired.
They're all let go.
Not paying them to just hang out. Yeah.
There's got to be new pilots. The whole new, everything.
Yeah.
That one guy's been in charge of the whole trust this whole time.
The old guy.
Yeah. So waiting.
I did like the line of dialogue to him, to the guy saying, "You guys never came to the when they mourned everybody who died in Sokovia, they had a memorial, and he goes, you guys never came to it, did you?" Yeah. And it was just kind of like, yeah, like they want to be the saviors for everybody.
Yeah.
But that's why I always go back to Tony Stark. I always agree that Tony Stark was right, especially when that mom was like, my son died on your watch. And I think that's what moved Tony Stark, because he wanted to be a father. And I think he was just like, if that was my child, how would I have felt? That's why I always took that side during Civil War, Tony's side. But anyway, I mean, I like it because nobody's really right, nobody's really wrong.
Exactly. That's why it's like the Cap side.
Yeah, it's very gray.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good episode. It wasn't my favorite one, but it was good.
Well, I mean, there's only 6 of them, so there's gonna be one that's gonna be the transition episode to kind of connect the pieces together to get everyone into an area.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say 4, 5, and 6 will be like the solution episodes.
This was
We're gonna get the big fight. and then you get the solution episode at the end.
Yeah.
So either this coming episode or the next episode after that will be the big fight episode.
Maybe.
Where
I mean,
there's only 6 of them, so they got to get to it sooner or later.
well, there's a lot of action. They've been fighting in every episode.
No,
so
what I'm saying, like this, all that's everything that's going on has to come to an head at one point, and then it's gonna break apart. Like, I'm thinking this next episode will be like Cap and whatever his name is, meet up with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and they see Zemo, and then there's a thing for that, and then
yeah, we'll find out more.
There's definitely a scene where we've seen this scene in the trailers for it where Sam gets the shield, and he's practicing with the shield. So either that's after they beat New Cap, and then they go after the Flag Smashers, or
that could be the end.
That could be the end. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, I think ultimately it's slowly making Sam realize he should have took that shield, because everyone's
there's going to be, and the thing I'm looking forward to is Sam. There's going to be a monologue somewhere where Sam's going to explain why he didn't take the shield, and it's going to be a rough explanation.
Yeah, but they already told. I mean, the first episode, he said it didn't feel like him.
No, but I think he's going to have like a real reasoning behind it. Like they've kind of hinted at it with like the Isaiah stuff, and then the scene after that where they get the cops pull them over.
Yeah, they
and
told
the scene
us.
with Don Cheadle. I think there's going to be a scene with Falcon and Winter Soldier where Falcon's just going to break down and tell him like, "Hey, I didn't take the shield because America is not ready for a black Captain America."
I mean, he hasn't told him.
Yeah.
So maybe.
And that's gonna be a tough, I think it's gonna be like a tough, not like a tough scene, but it's gonna be like an emotional scene where they're gonna
have a heart to heart, and then he's gonna be like, "You're not gonna move your seat up, are you?" They did that. They did a callback to Civil War.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. So next week, episode 4. It does feel like we just watched 4 for some reason.
Yeah,
maybe
it seems
longer.
Like
that was 3.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on it, Mark?
No, it's a really good show. I'm excited. I'm ready for Fridays again, like I was with WandaVision. First couple episodes were kind of like, okay, but now it's starting to pick up steam, so we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Like you said, we got a Loki trailer came out today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Loki's gonna be great. I'm excited. Marvel's on fire. I think they're doing a good job with the shows. So.
Yeah, so this week April, and then May we get Bad Batch, and then June we get Loki.
I didn't even watch a trailer for Bad Batch yet.
Oh man, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'll try to watch it. I'll see.
Yeah. We just never watch because it's a cartoon. You don't like cartoons, so there.
I like cartoons, but I have a hard time watching them. I'm gonna watch Invincible this week.
There you go.
I will watch that.
It's gonna be great. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, "Hey, that's that guy," and "Hey, that's that guy."
Yeah. Hey, I recognize that voice.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Well, this has been a pod.
It has been. It's been a good one. Yeah. So we'll be back next week, episode 4 of Falcon Winter Soldier. We'll also hopefully get a little bit of Brian's review of Invincible.
Yeah, we can talk Invincible.
We can talk a little bit about it. We won't get deep into it because we're going to do a whole episode just on Invincible.
Yeah.
Coming up. So stay tuned for that. But it'll be a lot more. See what else comes out this week. We might get some other stuff. Who knows? People are just dropping stuff now and nothing's really coming out about what's coming out. So
it's a mystery.
Yeah. We'll see.
Follow us on Twitter, Geekonomics, and like us on the old Facebook. And give us that 5-star review on iTunes.
Yep, and we're on the YouTube as well, so like and subscribe there.
Yeah.
We're all over the place, except Spotify. Because
Oh.
we hate Spotify.
Because they don't like us.
All right, we'll see you all back here. Same podcast time, same podcast channel. Goodbye, everybody.